Alrighty. Security routines. Personnel, Dr. E charted, has been 1,217 days since last login. Insert sublight override cartridge. Cool. Awesome. What were they doing here? Biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Goal: further chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of the human nucleon using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna, aka Raptidon. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance for your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale as it impacts your success metrics. Once the question of humanity's place in Halcyon's colony is answered, in the meantime, get back to work. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-grown systemic inflammation. He said that it was almost like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Lore walked by, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just keeping my mind occupied. She was checking on me every hour. Claire. We almost had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequencing stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again. Just like with Charlie. Tomorrow, I'm researching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I need some symphony music from under his door. I hear symphony music under his door. James. This log is being entered by Dr. Fall. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new development. After all our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Ava hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed recipient of my report are transmitted. Are transmitted and our transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Cool.
Sublight will be well pleased that you've claimed the station for them. Myself, I'll be fine leaving this place. Chartrand. Sounds awfully familiar. That was the scientist from Cascadia, right? I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
Let's see. Yeah. Let's leave. The board hates us, but who gives a fuck about them, am I right? God damn it, I hate these fucking doors. Nothing makes sense! Ah! So Raptidons are either people or they're trying to make human Raptidon hybrids. Either way, terrifying.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
Well, thank you, Ada.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Oh. Worst place. Bratwurst.
Sublight for life. Corporations never lifted a finger for me.
Sublight for life.
Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's backs.
After all.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
You'll find some automech salvage awaiting the new owners. The base had scientists suspended in tanks, some of them still alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Perception. Rare gas, a lab of tested people on it. Couldn't have been a coincidence. I don't have that level of perception? Alright, damn.
That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection. And more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it. Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Captain, in my humble assessment, Ms. Hagen is insane.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Yes, a lot.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
Enough. Tell me what you need done. I really don't know what to make of this, Lila.
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch. No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep. Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
We're coming to get you, Lila.
Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
Yeah, who could slow down time? That's fucking stupid. Alright.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull. She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team. You've got me all wrong. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage. Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab. We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Okay.
Sublight for life. The corporation's never lifted a finger for me.
Sublight for life. I highly doubt aliens are a part of this game, but well, what the hell are the animal monsters I've been shooting at? So, never mind. Aliens are a part of this game, but like the sapient ones, I doubt it.
C&P chicken and potatoes at C&P Meat Towers.
Yeah, Radio Free Monarch. But nope. The Chimerist's last experiment. Let's get the head of Byzantium for that. Alright. Alright. To Silkia. Then back to Monarch.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye.
Nothing new yet.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, you got a minute?
Where's my man?
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Oh, cool. Always good to set up side quests.
Scanning for C2547. Grade rated contaminants. Thank you, customer. Sam. We guarantee it's the only sanitation and maintenance unit you'll ever need.
Something on your mind?
But we got some requests to do, huh? Alright. I am going to call it a stream. I want to thank everybody who came out tonight. Gaster, thank you for coming by. I want to thank everybody who watched this show in the past, present, and future. Next time, we're going to do some side quest adventures on Silica, and then head on back to Monarch to finally do whatever my boss wants. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Did you know that I have a completely different channel? That's right, another channel. It's called Zeke Rambles. Zeke_Rambles. I review shows I like. Predominantly tokusatsu, because I like that the most. But hey, sometimes cartoons or even some of that Marvel stuff pops up on here. Anything that catches my interest and I feel it's worth talking about, I'll talk about it. Because if I don't like it, believe me, you'll never see it on the channel. If this interests you in any way, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. I worked really hard on these videos, and I'd appreciate if you'd view them. Thank you. Again.